my project was on promoting a ski town, Aspen, Colorado, in the summertime. People don't typically think of a ski town as a summer destination spot. So obviously when anyone thinks of Aspen or any kind of ski town, they typically think of snow and not sun. So I wanted to change the public's perceptions via the Communicative event that I created, and I called it the 7 Days of Summer Festival. And it's to dispel those notions and publicize all of Aspen's summer activities that tend to go unnoticed. I was inspired to make this event when I was visiting there, and I made a few friends with the local people around town. And I asked them what their summers were like, because the winters are obviously packed. They said that they're actually really active. They had a lot of jazz and music festivals, and there was a couple food and wine tastings. And obviously they have all sorts of outdoor activities since it's on a mountain. So I was kind of surprised to hear that, and it kind of gave me the idea to make something to promote it. The festival I created will kick off summertime in Aspen, and it includes the town of Aspen and all 4 mountains surrounding it. And it starts on Memorial Day Monday, and it goes through that following Sunday. So the key message that I wanted everyone to take away from this is the fact that Aspen obviously is just as active in the summertime than in the winter. The stakeholders and target audiences are the travel media industry, U.S. families, and young adults in the ages of 21 to 35, as well as travel agencies. The travel industry and travel agencies are obvious since they're the ones that would be promoting and getting the word out to everyone. And I also looked up the census for Aspen, and 10% of Aspen is made up of young adults between the ages of 18 and 24, and 42% are between the ages of 25 and 44. So obviously it's a huge chunk of people that are in there, so I thought it would attract more younger people. I also targeted U.S. families because there's a lot of activities there that are offered in kids-only, adults-only, or family-only options. It's also Aspen, I don't know if anyone has ever been, or out west anywhere. It's a really authentic western town, so it has cowboy boots and cowboy hats just all around town, so I thought that would be fun for anyone to visit. I used examples such as TripAdvisor reviews from people saying that they would go back at any time because of the activities that they had for younger and older children. I also used examples like the 10-minute trip from the airport to the town, and the fact that the town of Aspen provides daily free shuttle service throughout all 4 mountains, so that makes it easy for getting around the town. And I also highlighted the fact that they have really nice summer weather. And I use that all in my messaging matrix for all of my target audiences. So in class, I remember Professor Bruce always talking about connecting the dots between your stakeholders and the company. So what I really wanted to convey to bridge the gap between everyone was the fact that of Aspen Snowmiss's values and their ideas. So their values are, they're trying to renew the Aspen spirit, and everything they do is supposed to sustain the Aspen idea, which is the idea of life where mind, body, and spirit are enriched, and it also promotes lifelong learning and continuous improvement. So I kind of made my whole media relations plan around these ideas, so everything in the festival would go around that. So the festival is comprised of musical, outdoor, and indoor events and activities, and all of these events help renew the participants' mind and soul and body. But it's also obviously fun too. So the week-long festival highlights a lot of the events and activities already going on in the town of Aspen. There's mountain biking, there's hiking, and hot air ballooning, and fishing, everything like that. And there's this famous bar there called the Belly Up Bar. They have nightly live music. It's either local bands or recognized bands there every night. And obviously I highlighted the free shuttle service as well. So activities that I came up specifically for this festival to kind of fulfill the Aspen goals and values are daily AM and PM mountainside yoga on one of the mountains, because it's beautiful scenery up there, as well as group guided nature hikes and photography lessons with one of the on-mountain photographers on wherever in the town, in the mountains, whatever. And then I also wanted to do a food and wine tasting with all of the local restaurants around there, because they have a lot of different types of food. There's Cantina's Mexican restaurant, and there's an American diner, there's a sushi place, and an Italian place, so kind of bring it all together. And then I also decided to do a fireworks display on the first and last day of the festival because I figured if people don't stay the full week, they can catch a fireworks show and then the food and wine tasting that's in the middle of the week. So that's the background of the festival. My main goals are to increase the tourist rate during the summertime and to educate tourists and increase awareness on the events and attractions that Aspen has to offer in the summer months. I also wanted to inspire the winter tourists to come back in the summertime. So my main objective was to get 500 people to attend the festival. My marketing objective was to increase summer tourism by 5% by the end of the summer. And the communications objective was to increase awareness and social media presence in order to educate the public about the summer events. So I did, in my media relations plan, I did a SWOT analysis, and it kind of gave me a better understanding of what problems I would have to overcome to see how I would be bridging the gap and promoting interactions between the stakeholders and Aspen. So one strength is that the winter has the highest amount of tourists, so we could obviously use the winter months to do a lot of the promotions because I'd reach a lot of people. Another strength is that the fact that the public has little to no preconceived notions about Aspen in the summertime, so it gives us a leg up when promoting it because they don't have anything in the back of their mind already about it. A weakness is that the media and public have obviously highly publicized Aspen as a snow town. And opportunities are the fact I looked up Aspen's trend reports, and the tourist rates have actually been going up for both winter and summer. It's just summer has obviously been slower, but that's still an opportunity. And of course, another opportunity is the growth of technology and social media, because that's easy for any business to do promotions. And of course, the winter events are also opportunities. So the threats are the competitions of bigger Colorado cities like Vail or Boulder that would kind of attract more people because they are bigger. And another threat would be something that we couldn't control, like the weather, because a warm winter wouldn't attract as many people, so there would be a lot of room for promotions. So I came up with a lot of strategies and publicity strategies to help educate the stakeholders and to try and change their perceptions. The first, obviously, would be the use of social media because that's free and easy, and you reach a lot of people using that, so that tactic would just be keeping up with that. Another strategy that I mentioned would be to promote the festival during the winter months. So I had a couple tactics for that. Since Colorado is so high above sea level and it averages 300 sunny days per year, skiers always use sunscreen. So I figured we'd be giving out free the little mini trial size sunscreen samples to people throughout the different businesses. And on the sunscreen it would say the 7 days of summer, May 26th through June 1st, visit aspensnowmass.com. And then my final strategy would be to use incentives for tourists to come back in the winter time, or in the summertime. So I used a bunch of tactics of like contests and raffles. So one would be to hold a raffle during the first concert in the winter concert series, because they do a winter concert series and a summer one. So in the first winter concert, it would just be a random raffle, whoever is attending the concert, and the winner would receive a 10% discount for a 2-night stay at the Gant Hotel, which is right in the heart of Aspen, and it's only good during the summer months. Another contest that I thought of would be held during the week of Winter Skull and Soup Skull, and those are two celebrations, and they're little competitions that are in Aspen. They include ice sculpture competitions and a soup competition for all of the restaurants. So the raffle would be held during Soup Skull, and it'd be for people who have already voted for their favorite restaurant, and the winner would also be chosen at random, and they would win a 20% discount for a 2-night stay during the festival. That stay would only be good during the festival, and they'd also get a gift certificate for the winning restaurant in the soup competition. A third contest would be held during the Aspen Snowmass Ski and Snowboard Open, and tourists and locals are invited to wear their craziest ski outfit, and judges would vote to pick a winner, and the winner would receive a 30% discount at another hotel, good for any time in the summer. And my final tactic is to promote the 7 days of summer during the closing day of all of the mountains in the winter time. And whoever guesses closest to how many inches of snow all 4 mountains combined received during the winter season will win a 50% discount at the Hotel Jerome for a 4-night stay during the festival. So my press materials for the event included a pitch letter and a press release announcing the new festival, a tip sheet highlighting 5 ways to save money and have fun in Aspen during the summer, because another thing I researched was, and another thing I wanted to promote was that during during off seasons at certain towns, you can get up to 50% discounts of booking during that time because it's not really thought of. So another thing I included in my press materials was a corporate fact sheet and an FAQ sheet answering questions like how to get to Aspen and good family places to stay and handling the high altitude, and obviously I covered everything that was included in the festival. My publicity strategies include having the Director of PR of Aspen Snowmass, Jeff Hanley, promote the festival with the tip sheet, appearing on talk shows, including the Travel Channel and shows on PBS like Globe Trekker and Travel with Kids, and the Today Show would obviously be a really big accomplishment as well. And I would also work to have the festival featured in National Geographic's Traveler magazine and additional top travel blogs like Everywhere.com and Peter Greenberg Worldwide. And I would use the pitch letter and press release for that. And the objectives for all of those would be to increase unique visitors to the website and get a couple more likes on Facebook, 5 new hotel reservations, and 3 families to make hotel reservations after each program aired or after each publication went out. So my distribution targets that would educate the public and increase the awareness are utilizing the internet, regional publications, and national print and broadcast publications. The distribution strategies that I chose are typical of any media relations plan, like the use of Facebook and Twitter, PR Newswire, Cision, and Colorado Newswire. I also had planned on sending out a media advisory to a bunch of different local and national magazines. So I researched some like Aspen Scully magazine, CBS Denver, Travel and Leisure, the Aspen Times, and Colorado Serenity magazines were a few that I had thought of. And additionally, I planned on targeting travel agencies that target families, young adults, and students, like Liberty Travel, STA Student Travel, and FamilyVacationCritic.com. I would also finally send an email blast to all the local hotels just to remind their past visitors about the festival. And finally, I put together a timeline starting, this would all start in the preceding November when the mountains opened, to start promotion and publicity efforts that went all the way through that Memorial Day Monday. And the timeline just highlights when the winter events are and what promotions and contests or publicity materials will be sent out on which day. So yeah, I think you know everything there is to know about Aspen in the summertime.